I think we're there. I think it's working. Maybe.
Hi, everybody.
We made it.
Maybe. I got green lights and everything. So we'll see. If you're watching, throw a comment down there for us and
Absolutely.
let us know your first name and where you're from and all that kind of good stuff. Hello, hello.
Welcome to another month in beautiful spring.
That's right.
It is. It is. Yeah. It really is. This is that like 2-week period where I decide I'm not going to tear out that old redbud tree that's fallen apart in the one corner of my yard. Now, later in the summer when it's just all weedy, I'm like, man, I got to get that thing taken out. But then now I sit on the porch and go, it's looking pretty good.
That's awesome.
That's right.
That's
right.
I am. Exactly
I got a few of those plants myself.
Yeah, and you debate every year, and then it's like, I don't know why I don't take that out. And then I see it, and I'm like, oh, I see now why. Okay, so I do see that we are live and rolling. Hello, everybody. Tony Cook here with world famous Mike and Jeff Zucker of Spring Creek Model Trains. Gentlemen, how are you today?
Man.
Whoa.
I'm doing well. How are you, Tony?
That is one heck of an intro for us.
You know, I'm doing pretty good. Lots of new product rolling in. I'm working on a bunch of different things. Looking forward to not this weekend, but this weekend's Easter. Next weekend, though, after the Fremo event. We'll talk about that here in a bit. Are you guys getting? Is it looking good? How's that coming along?
Oh man, it's the.
Look at my.
You want the truth, or you want to wait until Jeff tells you?
No, I tell you what, it is going to be a really, really nice setup this year. We've had some bumps here at the end, but I think that's just probably every Fremo setup to a degree. And we got a lot of new participants this year that we haven't had.
That's exciting.
So that's fun. But yeah, it's going to be a big layout from one of the biggest we've had. So that'll be fun. It's going to come together real nice, I think.
They're doing a cool thing too. We might have talked about this last month, but they made a non-conforming Fremo module to be able to fit the doorway between the two big rooms in our event center.
Yeah, wow.
To allow more walking space between the two rooms. So I think you're going to butt it up against one of the door jams.
Yep.
If I understand what you guys are doing. It looks really cool. It's a simple double track thing, but it'll just make the setup that much better. Not just for the guys running trains, but people walking around. So
that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And this year it's HO it's in.
Just HO scale this year.
Yep, just HO at the Fremo event. So the N scale, what we're doing is based on a schedule, whatever schedule for everybody, right? The N scale Fremo is going to come during our July biannual show. So they'll be here July 5th and 6th. Yeah. I was going to say 6 and 7. I was like, that's not right.
So we got 4th of July Friday, and then the 25th anniversary is 5th and 6th.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I got that in my head now.
Well, that's good because we're expecting you. So
looking forward to it. Did you notice, Jeff, that when I asked how the Fremo was going, Mike had that look, and it's a look I've seen before where the police officer leans in the window and said, do you know how fast you were going? And you're like,
yeah.
What do I say?
Yeah, he's wondering if he's allowed to chime in.
I'm not going to say nothing. I just was giving Jeff a hard time there. So it's all in seriousness on the outside of everything. It's going well for him. I mean, I know
even internally
Jeff been up and down, but it's going well. I think it's going to be a cool setup. So
awesome.
There's a lot more logistics to it than you'd ever imagine, for sure. So, but it's going really well. It's probably been one of the smoother ones we've done, and we'll see when the time comes to set it up.
Yeah.
Hopefully everybody who's participating is ready to come and work. So.
Oh, sure. That's not me, right? Oh, I'm no.
I'm just fitting in the layout.
You're here to hang out with me, Tony. That's
I just show up
going to hang out. They're going to work.
Camera and hang out. Yeah, have some fun.
Right.
Oh, I suddenly heard work. It's like, wait a minute, I might be busy that
way. Let's rethink this.
Well, and the idea there is just so we can get the layout up as fast as possible and never make me running trains for as long as possible. So, because otherwise it's It can be too short.
Oh yeah.
Well, the cool thing this year, right? We're doing this for the guys setting up. They're gonna get an extra day of running without the public walking around. So they're gonna have a lot of fun running trains on their own, and then the public will show up on Saturday and Sunday, to enjoy the layout too. So I think that's pretty cool. I think it's a good thing, good change to the event, right?
Yeah.
So that change.
Well, let's take a look at some new stuff. I've got some pictures of some new things, and then we'll swing back around here and talk about what we got coming up. These just rolled in this week. This is the Aurora Miniatures Gunderson Trenton Works 53-foot well car. It's made of die-cast metal. I know we looked at this when it was raw metal in the last year on the show, but the sample showed up this week from them, and I was really surprised at the packaging. At first, I'm like, what is this? And they come in a clear package. This is the TTX or the trailer train one. They've got spare bearing caps in there, and like the trailer train's got the hitches. You see the orange hitch there, and then that other yellow piece you see in the parts bag goes on the ends of the well. And again, they look really neat. I've done photography on them. Haven't got to operate them yet or add those pieces to them and such, but very neat car. And I think I have one more to do it. No, I don't. And then these came in two SD50Fs, a new run of those.
Aren't those different? I thought they were bigger last time. No? Okay. Same engine as the last run.
I think it is. Yeah.
Okay. Or did they do the 60?
I thought it was 60 Fs last time.
Was it a 60 last time?
I think it was 60. Yeah, I think Mike's right. I think it was 60 Fs.
Oh, so this is a new. Okay. Wow. Yeah.
Draper taper, still cool.
Oh, yeah.
Very awesome. And it's got the rotating fan blades and all that kind of good stuff. And I've heard they've done some enhancements on the mechanism and the gearing of those blades and a few other things. So this one looked really nice. I forget who I'm sending this out to. Oh, this is heading out to Jason Quinn that does weathering and is out in Indiana. Is going to review this one for me. But that's new from Aurora Miniatures. And I know we've been talking those Broadway Limited business cars, and you all are going to have your one Nebraska exclusive of the UP cars. But then right as all those arrived recently, Broadway Curtis at Broadway shared this with me. This is that heavyweight set of cars. I think they may be Penske prototypes, and they're doing the 1947 American Freedom Train, which is down there in the foreground. Rio Grande, there's a Georgia. That Amtrak cars, Illinois Central Gulf. Remember Amtrak policy, I think when they started in 71, was if you wanted to run a private car, you had to paint it Amtrak, which seems a little hypocritical considering that it's like, well, none of your cars are painted either. You're running all these cars, so why do we got to paint ours? And a few roads did. ICG, which is weird because ICG rarely seemed to paint anything, but wow, they did it. And then the Chessie Steam Special is the Chessie car back there. And then there's a Pullman, Ferdinand Magellan, which was that Truman or Roosevelt's like presidential car? I'm thinking it might have been. Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Then.
Yeah, I think so.
With the stop tour, right? So
yeah, something like that. But these are, I think they may have announced them. I don't know if y'all have the official stuff on them yet, but
no, I haven't seen them yet show up, but I know they're coming. So.
Oh, the mini guns.
How many of these did you get, Mike? Of the Blueford dented up? Not enough.
They sold really fast for us, which was awesome. I mean, Blueford does some really good stuff, and this is pretty unique, right? Getting the dented guns. So.
Nicely done. Yeah, Craig Ross at Blueford Shops. This is knocked one out of the park. There's 3 levels of denting. This is a medium and a heavy on this Frisco and that Conrail there. Boy, I thought they really, really looked sharp. And he's got a second group. So if you missed it and you guys said yours sold really quick, there is a second round of production announced on these pre-dented gondolas. So
another great run of names too on the second round.
Yeah,
pretty cool. And I don't know if you look down in the gon, like the wood decking.
Yeah,
inside was amazing for end scale. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah,
they are tremendous. I mean, this is a model that you almost do a double take. It's like, oh yeah, look at that coupler. It is end scale.
Yep.
It really looks good. But yes, super duper. This is new from Blueford Shops.
Yep.
I just talked to Chris Palomares at Intermountain this afternoon, and I think that with these Trinity 3281s, the N-scale 2-bay center flows,
Yep.
you
Same.
guys, I think, have those, or those are coming in, but I hear they're
coming
still
in. Yep.
Yeah, pretty fast.
Awesome.
The other thing too on these Trinity 5161s, this would be HO scale, that center flow, it's there in the bottom part of that picture. There's a new tooling variant in this group, the UP, the KCS, and then the like BNSF heritage ones where they had like BN or Colorado and Southern Heralds on them. Those will have 17 posts to that area, the area up here underneath the walkways. This is not the same car, but on that Trinity, the big car, the 5161, there'll be a new walkway variant that will make those prototypical.
Nice upgrade.
Yeah. And those are arriving soon. N-scale big boys, I saw this from Cato and hadn't realized it was coming back again. So never enough big boys in the world.
Yeah, I was in the same boat. I kind of got caught by surprise, talking with customers out at the Denver show, and they get talking to me about it. I was like, I didn't realize that. So that's awesome. I'll have to look that up when I get home. So.
Exactly. Yes. Every once in a while they'll throw a curve at me like that. This was the ad, I think, in the latest Model Railroad News. And I'm like, oh, well, I need to get with them about that. I didn't realize they were doing that again.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Wow. Yeah. Are these nice?
Yeah, they are.
This is the new run of the Roca tank cars. And oh my gosh, these Chicago Great Westerns absolutely got me. I think these are really, really awesome. I mean, and I got a couple other pictures to show the different ones in the run, but man, these were really awesome cars. And these are available now. Did you guys have these, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And you got these here with the fire, with the hoses and everything.
Isn't that awesome?
Was a pretty cool add-on that he did this time around.
Yeah. What? Someone asked, how about a heads up text when you guys are going live? Well, we put it out we do have it out on the Facebook. I mean, if we start planning and actually doing all this professionally,
it wouldn't be the same show.
It wouldn't be the same show, but we do. I have been trying, and
we're putting out that we're going live on our social media.
Yeah, we've got it out on Facebook, so check the Spring Creek Facebook, and I have been trying to hit that about a week in advance. But again, sometimes we get busy with all sorts of crazy things.
Yep.
And boy, did you see this first run of these rivet counter high cubes from Scale Trains? Have those come in yet?
Yes, I have.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, they're nice.
Yep.
Very cool and interesting in that, because these, you don't think of these as running boards and tall ladders and high brake wheels. And this whole run, or at least all the samples that I got on them, are, I think all these rivet counters are, which is how they hit in like 1964. But then by the mid 60s, that rule came off on that. So no more running boards in that. So a lot of them got changed quickly, but they really are it's such a big car anyway. And to see it with the tall ladder and the running boards across the roof, they're really, really awesome. And the Wabash in the bunch, that blue Wabash with the big flag.
Yeah.
I think I got one of those in for review and immediately ordered my dad one, ordered myself one. It's like, wow, cool.
I need another.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, the big Santa Fe one was cool too. That was the other.
It's very pretty. And this book landed early. This is new from White River. Dale Sanders did the layout on this. Tom Carver put it together. It's the Century series. It's all of the Alco Centuries of the 1960s. 4-axle, 6-axle, from the little 415 up to the big 636. Does have some of the Montreal Locomotive Works stuff in there too. All of their original as delivered color. This is a big coffee table size book, and it just showed up this week. I'm sure you guys will have this because I know you carry some cool books. I'm eager to talk to your dad about this, see what he thinks of it. I bet he'll really like it. But it is a tremendous book. I got a copy for my dad, and we spent about an hour this afternoon with him saying, wow. And his big comment was, how in the world are there 3 SP Centuries on the cover? And they obviously look like they're out in California someplace. How are they that clean? I said, well, yeah, I don't know how they would have got from Alco in Schenectady, New York to, I said, but yeah, I don't know. I said, I always thought SP bought their stuff faded and weathered. I didn't know.
Oh, man. That's awesome.
That's really cool.
Well, I'm gonna have to make sure that's on its way to us. I didn't got
Yeah, and it came in early. I had it on order, and when it showed up, or I got the email saying your order is shipped, I even called our one guy out at the warehouse. I'm like, really? And he's like, yeah, it came in faster. It's a little quicker than we'd expected. And it's like, oh wow,
that's awesome.
It is a tremendous book, maybe like 300 pages, all color, all the original owners of the Alco Centuries. I mean, yeah, it is really, really cool. It's an awesome book. A whole roster in the back for all of them. So definitely check that out. That's new from White River. And our buddy at Yelton sent me this. This is a cool little depot that he put together. I think it's Pennsylvania prototype, not Pennsylvania Railroad, but I think out somewhere out east. And I'm sure he's probably watching.
So.
I forget what he told us on the where that one was made. We talked about it a little bit out in Denver. But
yeah, it looks really nice cool. And then he sent me these too. Have you guys gotten some of these yet?
Oh yeah, yep,
yeah, the big one.
I think that's HO. Is that HO? Does he make them in different scales?
Right now, it's just been HO. I have not seen it in N, but maybe he has made that happen. So,
oh, there we go.
Erie Station. There.
Erie Station is what that. But yeah, awesome. I think that's a very neat looking little depot. I like the roll up door on the side there for baggage and that kind of stuff. Yeah. And then want to talk about what we got coming up. Like I say, not this weekend, but the next weekend. We were just talking about it at the beginning of the show. If you've never been to one of these Fremo events, any place, you got to go. And you got to go to a Spring Creek one. I've been to them, I don't know how many times over the years. When did you guys start doing them? Because I don't even remember when I first started going to these.
Boy, it's probably
10 years? 6 years?
Not quite that long, but I'm thinking 6, 7, or 8. One of those.
Yeah, I would say 8.
Got to be getting close. So yeah. And always a fun deal. This is at the Thayer County Event Center that's there in Deschler, just a few blocks south of the store. And that whole event center gets set up as one giant model railroad. Because in my head, I always think, oh, to drive up there today and see what they're doing running trains. And it's like, oh, yeah, it's not. It's just there that one time a year. But yeah, this is so awesome. And give us a lowdown on what's going to be happening. That's, again, not this weekend, but next.
Well, we've got, I lost count on the number of guys. We got definitely at least 20 different modelers bringing modules. And we're filling both of the bigger rooms this year with layout. And it's going to be fun. They got some new people out of Colorado, new people out of Kansas City area coming up with their modules. So that'll be fun to have new people involved. And it's something we're struggling right now to make everything fit, but we're going to make it happen. So everybody that is coming will have their stuff in there and have a good time.
Because I know they bring different size stuff, Jeff. How does that work? Does somebody say, hey, I'm going to be bringing 4?
Yeah, they kind of give you.
How do you know? And how does that
work? They give you what they're bringing and then what size the module is.
Oh. So
like one of the new guys said, well, I've got a 18-foot module and it's a single track or a double track or something like that. And that a lot of the module sets have been drawn in a CAD format. So you have the set and you can just kind of move it around, position it as you need it. But this year with the new ones, we're having to draw them a bit to make it all work. But it's turning out good.
Wow. Very cool. Very cool. And
we're not necessarily looking at the track on the module, the track layout. It's more about the physical footprint. Is like, can we get it to fit? And then this one has an industry or what, and try to, give them space.
And that's what always amazes me.
Them all together.
There's been a couple with really cool bridges. And as you mentioned, some of the industries and things, it's amazing to see this when it all comes together because it builds like this whole little, empire or whatever that is fun to watch it all happen. And then you said, what, about 20 guys, 20 different Fremo folks this year?
Yeah, I think that's about the right number. So,
I think that's the cool part about it because I think about every year we've had a different, one or two guys will come that are different from the year prior.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And so then the layout's different, right? You
Yeah.
still like the overall shape, there's only so many shapes that are going to fit inside that building, with HO Fremo, but it's just a little bit different as you walk around, and the branch line might look a little different than the main line or whatever. It's neat from that aspect, right?
Absolutely.
So you don't see the same thing every time.
That's right.
Yeah. And it's nice. All those guys that are there are the guys that actually built it. It's an awesome thing to get to walk around and say, "Hey, is that this or that kit? And how'd you do this?" And they're right there, and you can talk to them and such. So it's a fun thing for that, as far as getting ideas and seeing things and getting some answers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think to your point, right? You can ask those questions like, okay, how'd you wire this? How'd you lay your track, right? Or ballasting or whatever, right? And there's just some neat ideas out there that all of us can learn from, take it home to our own layout or our own module, see what happens. So
it's free admission. It's Saturday 10 to 4, Sunday 10 to 3, April 26th, 27th, and the store's open extra hours. Store will be open on Sunday as well.
Yep. So we'll be open on Sunday, extra hours there, 9 to 6, 10 to 4. Of course, with the free admissions, there will be a concession stand down there. So our Legion auxiliary group, the ladies graciously are putting on the concession stand here for us this time too. So a little more simpler stand than what will be in July, but very similar food. So it'll be good stuff.
Very cool.
City business. It's getting the bat phone.
The bat phone.
Shut the bat phone off.
There you go. And then the Rocky Mountain Show in Denver was just 2 weekends ago?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And some pictures there from it. I still have not made it out to this show. I've got to get out to this show sometime.
Yeah, you would love it, Tony. You would absolutely love it. So,
I haven't been either, Tony, so don't feel bad.
Have you never been to it? Wow.
No.
Oh, I didn't realize that. But I see
found
Mike
the best
there.
one. I found, I don't know, an old undecorated Wather's Cornerstone N-scale ballast car.
Wow.
Yeah, it did have data reporting marks on it, so that's perfect for what I'm going to use it for. A little short line, but just a random, find out there was pretty sweet. So
that's
walked
awesome.
around Sunday morning, found that thing. So.
Always something like that at a show. It's so cool.
So we had a question: if we manufacture, we do not manufacture anything. We are just a model train hobby store.
Brick and mortar.
We do work with manufacturers to bring custom runs to the market, but we don't
like the anniversary
manufacture anything ourselves.
Yeah, there's a new Katie HO scale 2-bay hopper that's got the Spring Creek logo on it. It's for this year's 25th anniversary. So there's always a lot of exclusives, and there's a tab on the website that you can see all those exclusives that are both HO in scale, depending on what the model is. And I see Bruce there working, and there's your dad.
And there's Dan from Yelton.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
They made
there you go. Mr. Yelton Models there. I saw that you walked around and took some pictures.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Okay, Jeff, this would be the only thing that I would want Mike to bring us back from the train show. Did he bring us back this Rio Grande speeder?
The answer would be no.
I got it in scale form for you.
He got it. Yep.
Yeah, I can get it in HO
we
scale.
Get it HO scale.
That is so.
I got it on special order. So.
That's killer. And
they were letting kids inside that thing and beeping the horn and stuff.
So awesome. Cool. Wow. And then I thought this was really neat and totally looked like those buildings out around Golden. That whole look in the beer car there. Yeah. One day I want to make it to the Primals. Jim, you've got to. I mean,
love to have you.
It's just, there's nothing tops the drive up there to Nebraska. It's so nice, and going up to Spring Creek, and everybody's got to make it there. Yeah.
So we just had just today we had a group from 4 guys. One was from Iowa, but the other two of them were from Pennsylvania and one from New Jersey. All 4 came out together, and hung out to the store for, I don't know, they were probably here hour and a half, 2 hours. So.
Yeah.
It's always, you can always tell the people when it's their first time, when they get the 2 steps into the door and just have this look like, no way.
Yeah. One of them, it was pretty fun. He was saying that, yeah, I got a buddy back in New Jersey that orders from you guys all the time, but I'm going to just rub this into him that I was here. And so I was like, I swagged him up with all kinds of stuff to take back.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And then it was a pretty day today, so I went down and took the Cadillac through the car wash and got Sonic for lunch.
Looking pretty. Love it.
Look at that. And I think I sent you a picture earlier this week, Mike, there to the right of that one tulip. I had 3 tulips that I never even got a chance to look at. The squirrels nabbed them and ate them, and they were all over the yard. It's like, and it's right out at Bandit's Leash. My house is to the left. Bandit's Leash off the front porch. He can just almost get to that point. So I got to give him a little more leash room, or I might have saved them. But
yeah, right.
Nice. Speaking of spring and road trips and all that stuff. Yeah, very nice. Very nice.
One of the best feelings is getting your car all out again, getting it washed. So I was doing that with the truck late last week, but now it's a mess again. But,
get it washed.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I was talking to Derek Glass, DG Model Works. He's got a Mustang and said, I haven't got my Mustang out yet. I said, you got to be kidding me. I said, I've had Cadillac out a bunch of times already. So.
Yeah. It's that time of year. It's really fun. You get that winter fever, spring fever, I guess. So
absolutely.
Get back out and do stuff. So.
Absolutely.
It's been good. It's been fun. So I know we've both been walking back and forth to home, which is kind of fun. So
what's wrong with me? I'm coming back and spending my time in the basement.
Well, you put yourself up against a deadline. So
I did. So that's what happens when you're in Fremo or model train. You spend your time in the basement.
You do. Yeah, but it's nice to get away, get in the car, go to Dairy Queen or something like that. Take the dog out.
True.
Yeah. We were at the dog park the other day, and poor Bandit, he's a little dog, and the dog park's fenced off to where it's one sign says large dogs, the other small dogs. So he's over there running around the small dog park. And I mean, somebody came in with like a Dalmatian. They had all like 4 or 5 dogs, real pretty, but all big. And they all get over there, and poor Bandit doesn't understand and starts whining and goes over to the fence. And it's like, well, buddy, I just don't know how all the big dogs will play with a little dog like you. And you never know when you go to the park, but it's like, hell yeah, came up empty there, buddy. Nobody's for you today, but
yeah.
It's been good weather.
Next trip. Yep.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's awesome.
There we go. Free admission on the Fremo show.
Yes, sir.
Last week of the month, which somehow is right upon us. We got
it's amazing.
It's flying.
Easter, April. Yeah, I mean, wow. I mean, crazy. So looking forward to it. I'll see you guys. I think I'm up there Sunday is what I'm going to come up for.
All right. Well, definitely stop by. We'd get ready for whatever you want to see and look forward to hanging out for a while.
Cool. And check the website for events and shows. What other shows are coming up?
The next one we got after Fremo, I think, is going Enscale, Ohio. So the middle of May, we're heading out to Marion, Ohio for a show. So looking forward to that. And then we got
Enscale
1 or
National.
2 in June. Yeah, Enscale National. There's one in Kansas.
And then there's
Cheyenne, Wyoming.
Wyoming.
And then we're July, and we're getting ready for the party in July. So
absolutely. 25th anniversary. Wow.
Yeah. I need to start work. Christy's getting a lot of information back from all the layouts. So we're starting to lay out, kind of get the space planning going, right? That's our next big task. Get that figured out.
Yeah.
And then figure out how we're going to staff it all. So
right.
Awesome. So the website and the phone number, what's that information?
402-365-7628. Give us a call. We can be your, as Jeff says, your own personal shopper around the store. If you can't find it on the web, give us a call. Or check out springcreekmodeltrains.com.
That's right. Yeah.
The stuff is getting loaded every day out there. We're playing catch up on 25 years of
buying stuff.
Yeah, in our brick and mortar inventory. So we're that just constantly gets updated out there. So keep after it.
We got the HO passenger cars updated. So pretty much everything that we have is out there. There's a few new ones that came in here in the last week or two, but
I like to when he tells me what he's working on and putting out on the web.
Yeah, then Mike just starts bringing it all in.
So then I like start ordering onesie twosies, so they just keep coming in. So then
I never get done.
he gets really red at me. He's almost as red as his shirt. Are you serious? Another passenger car? Just keep...
Oh, making work.
He really likes to joke when it's like an 8 box from Lothers. Those are all passenger cars.
Oh, he does it to me too. So
there you go. There you go. Well, looking forward to seeing you guys in a couple of weeks. Thanks so much for your time today. And
well, thank you. So
there we
thanks
have it.
everybody for watching. So.
Yeah, thanks everybody for watching.